want to bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, are we forgetting the world that we are living in? I'm not only blaming the opposition, because even the BJP, when Siddharth Yadav says, you know, look at the number of unicorns, look at the investments, yes, it's been good so far, but the current situation should worry every Indian. What's the road ahead is something that we all need to sit back and worry about. But instead of sitting and looking at that road ahead, we've had it good so far. But is it going to be this good? Are we looking at oil price hikes? Is that going to wipe off 1 or 1.5 percentage points from our GDP growth? You know, these are scenarios that we need to look at. But instead, what are we doing? We are looking at pulling each other down and in a totally mindless manner, as the opposition in India is doing. Where do you think the truth really lies, Abhijit? Somewhere in the middle?
I'm afraid it's not somewhere in the middle. The problem here is, I take the SP gentleman's criticism very well. There is a lot to do on the economy, a lot of liberalization to be done. But when the farm laws were enacted, who opposed it? When the labor laws were enacted, who opposed it? When the new land laws were tried to get enacted, who opposed it? See, you can't be like Pakistan, hunting with the hounds and running with the hares. You oppose every piece of reform that comes in, and then, you want to continue. I mean, it's Samajwadi Party means what? Socialist Party. You want socialism to continue, but then, you criticize it on the basis of a market economy. Aise to nahi chalega, na? Now, let me go to the specific criticisms, because this is very curious. I am actually right now on the IMF lending page. Do you know the highest annual lending of the IMF to Pakistan happened when the former leader of the SP, Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, was Defense Minister of India. In October 20, 1997, not one but two loans were given in that October, totaling about 1 million SDR. Do you know the biggest single loan given to Pakistan ever was happened from 2008, November 24, 2008 to September 30, 2011, totaling about 7 million SDRs. The second biggest tranche was given between 2013 and 2016. Who was in power at that time? So honestly, I don't agree that, the government in power in India is responsible for the IMF giving loans. But what was Mulayam Singh Yadav ji doing when he was defense minister, sitting in the Security Committee of Cabinet? What was Manmohan Singh ji doing when they were sitting in the Security Committee of Cabinet? Second, if this has been such an absolute disaster, like Sanjay Jha says, and by the way, congratulations to you, Navika, after 6 years of asking Sanjay a question and not getting an answer, your unbroken record continues. But let me continue with this. When Kargil happened, is Kargil a defeat because Nawaz Sharif got to spend a whole week in Blair House being wined and dined by Bill Clinton? Now, in 1965, what happened? We were attacked by the Pakistanis. What did the Americans do? They imposed sanctions on both of us. Was that such a great triumph for India? In 1971, it got even worse. When Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister, they actually sent their aircraft carrier against us. They moved resolutions against us, which the USSR had to veto. George Bush Sr., the father who preceded Clinton, called India the aggressor when he was moving those resolutions in the UN Security Council. In 1948, when Nehru was Prime Minister, Dean Rusk was openly calling for sanctioning India. The British officers were commanding the Pakistan army. That wasn't a disaster. But apparently this is a disaster. Now tell me, see, everything is relative. I will completely agree with Sanjay Jha that this was a disaster. If you can show me on a scale how this was a relative disaster. I will completely agree with our friend from the SP. I didn't interrupt. I will completely agree with our friend from the SP that this BJP is totally anti-national. If he can show me how Manmohan Singh and Mulayam Singh Yadav were any less anti-national for approving the two biggest tranches and the two quickest tranches of loans to Pakistan ever given.